What's up, YouTube? Seha Man here. Not doing a review right now. I'm actually going to be doing a I wanted to do my top 5 shows that I liked growing up as a kid, and I don't know. You guys can leave your comments below and tell me what you guys think of the shows that I picked that were my top 5 favorites. But these are 5 shows that I can honestly say I remember like it was yesterday. They bring back memories. They mean something to me. You know what I mean? So I mean, they might not mean much to you, but to me, they bring back a lot of memories watching them. Every time I see an episode, it just takes me back to some time, whether it be like school or family. It's something that you're always gonna hold with you. Every time I see these shows, they bring back a lot of memories. So. As you guys saw in a little intro I had there, number 5 was the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. I remember watching that. I think I was in, second grade when the show came out, maybe third. No, maybe a little older. Maybe it could have been third or fourth grade that I saw the show. But I remember videotaping it, and it's like everybody would bag on the show, and I'd lie to people saying I didn't like the show, and I really did, and I'd go home and watch it and not tell anybody. I'd agree with everybody else saying the show was stupid, but it's actually a good show. I loved the show. The show was awesome for its time. I mean, some of the stuff looked fake, but I didn't care, man. The show was great. It had cool villains. It had dinosaurs. When you're a kid, you love dinosaurs. It had robots that transformed. You had ninjas. You had a lot of good stuff in that show. The show just kept getting better and better after every episode. Once they introduced Tommy, that was awesome. He became the Green Ranger. That really stuck to me. Seeing those episodes brings back a lot of memories. I do have the entire season on DVD. Well, I think it's like the first 3 or 4 seasons I have on DVD. It's before all the other new Rangers came. I wasn't really feeling the show when all the other Rangers came. I mainly liked the show when it was Tommy, Jason, Kimberly, Zach, Billy, and Trina. Those were the best episodes when all those characters were in there. And then when Tommy became a Power Ranger, that was awesome. When he became the White Ranger, the show was just great. I'm not really going to get into detail about everything, but I loved the show. To this day, I still love the show. It's a great show. The movie I saw, it was okay, but the show was great, and it's gonna hold a special place in my heart because that show brings back so much memories. Next show, number 4, is the Animaniacs. Animaniacs was, to me, an awesome show. I used to remember watching that every day after school. They had Pinky and the Brain. They had those 3 little birds. I forgot what they were called. My mind just went blank right now. My mind tends to go blank when I film these videos. I don't know why. But Animaniacs was just a great show. I really loved Pinky and the Brain, and that show reminds me so much of my school days, my elementary school days. I really miss those times. I just miss those times watching when that show was released and whatever, coming home from school, checking out the show, and laughing. That was a great show. It had some good characters. Just overall good show. And I'm looking at my computer here because I have my top 5 right here. My number 3 was Spider-Man. Spider-Man the Animated Series. I remember watching that Saturday mornings on Fox. That was a good show. If you guys can see back here, that's my wallpaper hanging there. You can see that right over there. My wallpaper, it's hanging. Anyways, yeah, so that was a great show. It was a good show. Towards the end, it got kind of weird. Towards the last season, the show got kind of weird. But overall, the show was great. I loved the characters. I loved how they brought back a lot of the characters for a lot of the episodes. But the stories were cool. The art was pretty cool. Overall, the show was great. I loved the show. I loved how they introduced a lot of the characters. I just didn't really like the last episode, how if you guys saw the last episode where Peter is supposedly going to go save or going to go see Mary Jane because she obviously died in one of the episodes, and they left you like with a cliffhanger in the last episode. I thought there was going to be a last episode after that, but there wasn't. And I do also have the entire season on DVD, the entire series on DVD as well. But yeah, that's my number 3 was Spider-Man the Animated Series. It's overall a good show. I love the show. Number 2 is I had trouble with number 2 and number 1 picking which one. It was like a head-to-head thing because X-Men the Animated Series is my number 2, but the show is awesome. I loved X-Men. X-Men was just so much like fun to watch. I loved every character. That's where I got to like really love Gambit. Gambit is my favorite X-Men character, and it just the Sentinels, Morph. It sucked that Morph was only in a few episodes, but a lot of those episodes like bring back my childhood like you guys wouldn't believe. The first season was just fantastic, like all the way, like almost every single episode was great until like the last like season where like a lot of the voices changed and the artwork, like the drawings kind of changed. It turned like really cartoony, but it was pretty cool. It was somewhat a little dark. It just they had just some great episodes. They had a lot of the Phoenix Saga was amazing. I loved the Phoenix Saga. That was really cool. My favorite episodes, I really don't know. I loved Night of the Sentinels Part 1 and 2. I loved the second season, the first episodes where Morph comes back as where he's evil. The first 2 episodes. Days of the Future Past was awesome. I really loved Days of the Future Past, and The Decision I loved as well. I loved a lot of. I remember being a kid and being disappointed when Gambit wasn't in certain episodes. But either way, the show was awesome. The voices were awesome for all the characters. But yeah, X-Men the Animated Series was a great show. I loved the show. I really don't have anything bad to say about it except for the last season, like I said, or last couple seasons where just a lot of stuff changed. But overall, the show was an amazing show. But now my number 1. And I don't know if a lot of you agree with me on this, but Batman the Animated Series is number 1. First of all, it was dark. Second, the score they had for the show was just amazing. It was like watching a freaking movie in a half hour every week. You know what I mean? The stories, like I said, were great. They actually used like bullets in the like when the villains were shooting at Batman or whatever. They actually used bullets, not like how other cartoons like X-Men, for example, or Spider-Man, they use like laser guns. But this one they actually used bullets, and it just seems so realistic. The artwork was dark. The stories were just like great. If I were to pick a favorite episode from Batman the Animated Series, whew, my goodness, I don't know. Like one that really holds, like that brings back so many memories is it the Feet of Clay? It's Clayface's first 2 appearances. It's like the 2-parter. It's going to be between that one or Heart of Ice, the first appearance of Mr. Freeze. It's between those 2 are my favorite episodes. But Batman the Animated Series is like my all-time favorite cartoon and favorite show growing up. I love that. I still to this day love the cartoon. It was just awesome. I loved Robin in it. It kind of got a little cartoony also, like towards the end, but like the last season or something. But the first 2 seasons were just great. The first season was just badass. But that's it, guys. I just wanted to do a quick little top 5 of my favorite like TV shows growing up as a kid. You guys in the comments below, go ahead and if you guys want to tell me what your top 5 shows were growing up, whatever. Feel free to comment. Whatever. Rate my video. Subscribe. But I'll be doing more reviews, and I will be doing top 10 movies of like sci-fi, horror, action. I'm just trying to put them all together and see which ones are my favorite ones because I have so many to choose from. But yeah, guys, so thanks for checking out my videos. You guys that subscribe, thanks for subscribing. Thanks for watching my videos, and I'll be putting a lot more videos up soon. All right, so you guys have a good one, okay? Take care.